Diving into the woo side of one of the wildest stories buzzing the news right now, a mysterious signal picked up by NASA and international telescopes, hailing from a mind-boggling 13 billion light years away. That's right, this isn't just any old blip on the radar, it's a pulse. And it's coming from the cosmos' toddler years when everything was new in the universe out of the Big Bang. That's right. Let's get into it. Back in March 2025, the Franco-Chinese SVOM satellite catches a sudden intense flash, a gamma ray burst labeled GRB 250314A, and it lasts just 10 seconds, but it packs enough punch to outshine entire galaxies, and for that brief moment only. NASA's Swift Observatory and ground-based telescopes around the world jump on it, confirming it's no glitch. Then, the James Webb Space Telescope swings in later that year and nails it down to a source, a supernova explosion in the distant ancient galaxy. Officially, scientists say it's a massive death throes of a star collapsing into a black hole, sending jets of energy screaming across space-time. The light, or rather the gamma rays, from this cataclysm has been racing toward us for nearly the entire history of the universe, and finally arriving here on Earth like a cosmic postcard from the edge of creation. But hold up, let's crank up the intrigue and go full woo on this. What if this isn't just a random stellar fireworks show? We're talking about a signal from a time when the first stars and galaxies were just flickering into light in the cosmic dawn. Where exactly did this come from? Well, pinpointed to a tiny redshift smudge in the sky, in the galaxy that's probably long gone or evolved beyond recognition. It's a bit like peering into a foggy mirror of the past, where the laws of physics were still settling in. And who knows what weirdness was brewing then. And now, the big question that's got my inner conspiracy theorist tingling, who or what might have sent it? Sure, the eggheads call it a natural supernova, but come on, perfectly timed 10-second burst of hyper-energetic rays? It was an ancient alien civilization, one of the universe's first intelligent species, blasting out a beacon as their star went supernova, or a desperate "hey, we're here" message encoded in gamma waves. Or maybe it was just a simple fluke and it was just a supernova. Or maybe it was some kind of interdimensional event, a rift in reality. Either way, was it raw and malleable? Think about it. At that early stage, could advanced beings have harnessed stellar explosions as tech? And were they signaling across a void? Or was this a weapon or a cosmic war? Are there multiple times there has been a Big Bang? Is there Big Bang after Big Bang after Big Bang? What is going on? Is it natural? Was it intentional? Oh my goodness. And why now? Is the universe trying to tell us that there is actually something closer to our own stellar discoveries? Oh my word, the questions are endless. This signal isn't just data. It's a riddle wrapped in a mystery, challenging everything we think we know about the origins of existence. We're moving into part 2, where we're taking it to the next level with a full-on remote viewing session to psychically probe the source ourselves. What secrets will it uncover? Is it natural? Is it artificial? Regardless, stick around that like button and drop your theories in the comments below. Oh my word, let's do it.
Before we go any further, let's elevate your journey, personal and cosmic. Meet your must-have companion, the Energy Healing Map at mdhmap.com. Perfect for beginners and pros. It's your guide to clearing trapped emotional energies like ancestral or past life baggage, aligning your vibration with your goals. Imagine releasing old vibes to unlock new skills like remote viewing. With a clear energy field, you'll tap into the unseen. mdhmap.com helps you heal, grow, and explore your universe. Grab your energy healing map today, clear the past energies, and align your vibe, and see what's out there. Visit mdhmap.com now.
I am so impressed with this website, how well you've done it. You know, I worked in analytics, IT systems before, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. And the navigation and to know and just the whole mapping, you must be a very analytical person because this is so well done. I love it. Thank you.
Are you tuned in?
Yes.
What is the source of that 10-second signal that has been racing across the sky for 13 billion light years?
Natural source.
Was it a defective star that exploded too soon?
Yes, too soon.
Well, let's do a search for any hidden cosmic truths or realms in outer space that we are unaware of.
Yes. I see what looks like a nebula. There's something inside. Looks like a planet.
Is it similar to our planet? Carbon-based life?
Not carbon base.
Civilization?
Yes.
What do they look like? Can you go to it a little bit closer?
More
closer. Go ahead.
More energy base. Not corporeal.
Okay. Is there individuated consciousness there?
No.
Is it what caught your attention about this planet that's hidden in this nebula? What is the attraction that you saw with it?
I saw a flash. The flash inside the nebula attracted my attention.
What is the source of attraction?
It's far away. Destruction.
Did it have life on it at one time and then it was destroyed?
Yes.
Was it destroyed by the energy signals that went by because we started talking about that? Was it closer to that event and it would have had more energy impact?
Yes.
Tell us what you can about it, what you're seeing.
Yes, the energy approached the planet. It caused disruption.
to the atmosphere.
Are orbs plasma bodies or energy entities in the sky connected to our souls?
Yes.
Are the orbs soul?
Yes.
Are orbs and plasma bodies one and the same thing?
Yes. Souls see each other as they wish to be expressed.
We can only see them from our perspective as plasma bodies.
It's a 3D perspective. We can only see as plasma.
Now, there are orbs that like shoot across the sky or dart out of volcanoes. Are those orbs actually souls, or are those a different type of orb, like a planetary orb?
Different type.
Did ancient civilizations bury advanced technology on our Earth with outer space origins?
Yes.
What can you tell us about that? Does it have any ties to the pyramids and the anomalies we find underneath the pyramids? Is all that tied together?
Yes.
Okay.
Technology is under the pyramids.
How many peak civilizations have we had on Earth that had some kind of technology that we no longer know about?
At least 4.
And of the 4, are all of them tied to the Anunnaki, or are there different? Are they all space beings, or are there any indigenous to the planet?
Some are space, some are to the planet.
Indigenous peoples of the planet that were here, were they an advanced technology, or were they very primitive and their DNA altered by the advanced technologies or civilizations?
DNA was altered.
Are we going to find proof of Atlantis?
Yes.
Do they already know about Atlantis? The officials, that maybe they're hiding what they know? Okay. And is that going to come out through disclosure?
Yes.
And are we going to have disclosure of, so Atlantis and the UFOs and off-worlder species are all tied together?
Yes.
And as they go through disclosure, it's all going to come out at once, that the ancient civilizations that were advanced will come out with UFO.
Not all at once.
When is the government going to release confirmation of what they know, what they call full disclosure? When will that start to take place? In 2026 or later?
2026.
Can you feel the month?
Soon.
And how will that affect the population, especially religious communities? Will that make them feel, ooh, that's great because we knew God was powerful, or will that scare them?
Some will be scared. Others will rejoice.
Is there anything to fear in this that the population needs to brace for? Or is it something that we are going to be okay in dealing with? Is there any danger?
No danger. Truth.
What is one of the biggest things that you can see that will have the biggest impact on our population as this begins to be revealed?
Disclosure of off-worlders may be disruptive. There's nothing to fear.
The technologies, are some of these off-worlders sharing their technologies with us?
Yes.
And are we going to, in the next 12 to 24 months, have access to what I'm hearing are med beds that people can lay on and be cured?
Yes.
When will we start to have access to the med beds, and is that tied to alien technology?
Yes, tied to alien technology. At least 12 months.
And will it be able to help things like tinnitus?
Yes.
How do you see where we are today and where we're going to be in 24 months as far as knowledge? Are we going to be almost like in a different paradigm?
Timeline shift.
What does that look like?
More technology. Service to others, more, less selfish.
Is it going to be more peaceful and more prosperous in 24 months than it is today?
Yes.
I keep hearing there's a celebration. Can you tell me what that is about? I'm hearing celebration. What is the celebration about?
Celebration is for peace, understanding, recognition.
So even though it feels kind of dark right now, we have hope and light.
Yes.
Right. Now, according to the video, we just jumped right into it. We went from part one, where it was a signal, to right into Christina doing the remote view in a, what would you say, a very low alpha state or a high theta state?
Yeah.
In that kind of that moonlight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually got some interesting things. When we discovered about that signal, we said, we need to know more. So we had some more questions. So
Yeah.
Take it away, Christina. What do you remember about your experience?
Well, I mean, the signal was just something fairly natural. So there wasn't, it's like not much to see there.
I know. It's kind of like, okay, all this excitement, it was like such a deflation.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah. Okay, now what?
yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I said, since we knew it was like natural, like, well, that's not much fun. Hey, while you're out there in space looking around,
Right.
how would you tell me about these things?
Yeah. It was really interesting. Just kind of floating around, and I was like, ooh, there's a nebula. And wait, there's something inside there. And so.
Yeah, and when we're talking to people that are in the lower alpha and the higher theta, or even deeper theta, it can be a little hard because as people, and you can talk to this too, Christina, as you're, we're sitting there, we're sort of waiting for the question. We'll ask the question, and then there can be some of these long delays, but it's also because a lot of this information is starting to form. right?
Right. It's like I was wanting to answer, but it was still like landing, and so it was just like I had to wait for it. It's like wait for it.
Oh yeah, it's that downloading. And when you're on the outside looking in, you're like, does she want me to go on to the next question?
It's like,
And
is she gonna say anything at all? Okay.
yeah, and that's where it can get a little tricky for us QHHT practitioners because, after doing this a while, I recognize that sometimes it takes time for these downloads to start coming in, and then it's like you cannot talk before the higher self is ready for the information to come out.
Right. It's like I just kind of, you say the question and stuff starts coming, but it's not coming at the speed. Like, I feel like it should be coming faster than it. Like, my brain is like, hurry up. and it's gonna come however it's gonna come. You don't get a choice. It's just kind of. But Mr. Stupid over here is going, hurry up, man. She's sitting up. She's sitting there waiting on you. You're just sitting here. What are you doing?
Right. And the audience won't see the delays because I'll be editing those out. So just for the audience, if you kind of see that interruption, that's why. It's because, we're kind of, otherwise you're sitting there like, oh my God, please say something. So also, not everybody is as good as you are with this when we do QHHT, or this is kind of a lighter version of QHHT because we're not doing a full-on QHHT that actually has to be done in person.
Right.
This is a little much lighter version, but it's still in that place where we can access, that higher dimension and find out a whole lot of information. The good news is with Christina, and a lot of people aren't able to do this, is that she can remember what has been said. And oftentimes people will wake up, from a deep QHHT, they'll wake up and say, oh, I remember everything. And then when you recap it, they're like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I said, yeah, that's why we record it, so you can go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've worked together for so long. And I guess I'll just jump in and let's recap the 3 questions. The first thing, we were talking about the signal, but you got distracted by that nebula. Can you kind of tell us a little bit what you were getting on your end?
Well, it's kind of like we were talking about the signal and I kind of saw a flash. And so, the flash then made me look a little closer at what was there. So yeah.
She found that there was something there. That was where we had one of those delays. Is she going to go look deeper, or do I need to inform her to go deeper? It turned out I needed to take a little closer look. What is in that cloud?
Yeah. So, yeah, there was like a planet in the cloud.
Well, for the longest time when I was questioning you, was like, what? Okay, so there's a planet in the nebulous cloud. So, okay, isn't that like common? Because we were trying to focus on what was so interesting, and that flash in the nebula cloud within the planet. I think it's interesting what we discovered, why that planet was interesting to us.
Yeah, I think it was because of that signal, the planet was destroyed. What was kind of what came out of that, which is why it was interesting.
Because it was so close to the event, to
Right.
the actual destruction of the star. It wasn't necessarily that particular signal. The signal came out of that destruction. But in that destruction, that planet was also destroyed. That's what we understood to be what happened, right?
Yep.
Yep. You didn't happen to see, did they have any civilization on that planet?
I did not see that.
I hope not.
Yeah, I did not see a civilization.
Yeah, good. All right, let's recap some of those other questions. The other one was there what was a hidden cosmic truth or realms that we're unaware of? And I think actually it was that you went right back to the nebula, to that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else there that we need to?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm. So the next one I went to is our orbs, plasma bodies, or energy entities in the sky connected to souls or life after death or spiritual evolution. We had to break that down. And I thought it was really interesting because you're saying orbs are souls, but so are plasma bodies. Then we turned out some orbs are plasma bodies, and all plasma bodies are orbs. I thought
Mm-hmm.
it was interesting.
Yeah, that
But
was
not all orbs are souls.
right. Right. Because you can have different. So yeah. That was kind of funny.
And I kept thinking, with all the near-death experiences that I've read about, as I deep dive into that rabbit hole all the time,
Mm-hmm.
combine that with the QHHT sessions, the people that don't know each other that are having same experiences, that's always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And they always say when they're in that other realm, they can see each other as, I can see you, I don't see you as an orb. I see you as Christina,
Right.
right? And it was interesting. I loved your answer that you perceive what you expect to perceive.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that other realm, as QHHT practitioners, as we sort of wrap that part up, I thought, and I wish I had asked this, if we could perceive the person as they were. So, if I crossed over like right now, and Christina crossovers like right now, and we
Mm-hmm.
see each other as Sally and Christina. But to somebody I had another past life experience with, I might be Catherine. They
Mm-hmm.
may perceive me as Catherine, but I'm still the same person.
Right.
But they're going to perceive me as who I was when they knew me in that incarnation.
Right.
Is that the full context, do you think, of what you meant when you said it's how we are projected and perceived? Do you think?
I think it's more than that. I kind of have the feeling it's more than that. So I don't know if I don't know that Mr. Stupid can articulate it more.
It's hard to even to articulate it when you've had a near-death experience and come back and say, I have no.
Right. So I think it's more than that, but I don't know how else to
That's
describe.
what you are picking up the frequency or the image of the person you remembered or you understand, or
Mm-hmm.
that's not even right either, is it?
Not quite, I don't think.
Ah,
It's okay.
it's so hard. All right, let's move
Maybe,
on.
maybe it's something we'll need to explore more in another episode.
We will. We'll deep dive on that. We'll do a remote view of the afterlife. How about that?
There you go.
All right. The next question we had is, did ancient civilizations bury advanced technology on Earth? And we sort of broke that down and asked how many civilizations there were on Earth before us.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about what that was on your experience.
Yeah, I kind of saw things under, the pyramids, and you asked, if how many civilizations there were, and the number 4 just kind of popped in.
Yeah, it landed.
And I was just like, oh, because I'm wanting, I'm sitting there going, well, this is interesting. I'm just like, ooh, okay, 4, huh? All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting when you go into that theta zone, because as you ask, the questions will pop in. Sometimes you get a visual, sometimes you'll just get a knowing.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever it is, you have to say what it is. You can't bypass it. You can't say it's this if you have a belief that it's this and it's showing you this. It's like it's not going to let you talk.
Right.
until you say what the answer is. That's what I think is so cool about this stuff. So,
Yeah.
and then we talked about disclosure, and then how all these, if the UFO disclosure was also going to tie into these ancient civilizations, and you said yes, and you said those disclosure was like immediate, like soon, and I was like 2026, summer, and you're like immediate. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like what's going to happen is going to start like a trickle, and then once the trickle happens, it's going to just kind of go poof.
Gonna break loose. Yeah, like the dam breaking loose versus the crack and then the flood.
Yeah, it's going to start as a trickle, and then it's just going to.
Yeah. All right. Well, coming up next on our next associated remote view is Oak Island.
Yes! Dang it! Now you say it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Right? Oak Island.
Yes.
Because, you know what, and I think I sent you a video the other day of the geologist who's also like a 33 Mason or whatever that is. I'm not into these secret societies, but whatever.
Yeah.
He's saying that there was treasure on Oak Island, but it was moved and paid for some of the revolution. So that's interesting to me, because now I'm thinking, are the Leguini brothers going to find treasure, or is it all gone, or did some of the treasure was it recovered over time? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Inquiring Woo minds want to know. We want to know. Yeah. It's time. That show's been on for what, 13 seasons?
I know.
Want answers. Yeah. Last words, Christina?
Nope. This was really fun.
It's always fun. I love this. I just love the Woo. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.